Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 7th of October. This week begins with the Sun, Venus and Mars all in the sign of Libra, which is very much to do with relating. But late last week there was a rather stern quarter moon and the energy of Saturn still spills into this week. This is asking us to take our relationships really seriously. But with Mars and Uranus in a tense quincunx, it's possible we could encounter someone who wants to push to get their way, even if it's not right for us. But from Wednesday, Venus makes its way to join with Mercury into the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio. This can be a trigger of an improvement around shared finances, or perhaps a more sensual dimension to a close relationship. If you meet someone new in the second half of this week, and this person has got a kind of mesmeric, quite intense personality, you could find yourself really fascinated. But equally, Venus going opposite Uranus can pull people apart in a tie which is not working quite so well. Which brings us to the full moon, which occurs on Sunday in the sign of Aries. So if there is any kind of chink in a close alliance, it's likely to be revealed at this time. Now, this is partly because Pluto is going to be squaring up to this particular full moon, which will bring the power dynamic back into play that was influenced by that quarter moon. But fortunately, the Sun is forging a gorgeous angle to Jupiter, and Jupiter actually forges a semi-sextile to Pluto for the whole of this week. So all of this is saying that we need to be as open-minded as possible about our resources, financial situations, our relationships, but also in terms of exchanging our views. So if there is something that does need to be brought out into the light on the back of this particular full moon, if we can make sure that we're listening carefully, there's much greater chance to improve things or perhaps meet someone who can be very special indeed. Your specific forecast, Virgo, sees the Sun, Venus and Mars lined up in the sign of Libra, which for you is the foundations of life, your self-worth and also everyday finance. Now, Mars is going to be challenged by a quincunx to Uranus. Uranus, the restless planet of the Zodiac, in a part of your scope that's to do with being more outgoing and also perhaps a bit more risk-taking. Because Mars can be quite an impulsive influence, you could find yourself with a big desire to purchase an item. If this happens, try to think about the practical benefits to you. Actually, your ruler Mercury is in a gorgeous opposition with Uranus, which can give you a real appreciation of technology, but it could also give you the chance to connect to someone a bit more unusual who really switches on your mind. In fact, stimulation at a mental level is going to be very important, especially for midweek when the rather slinky Venus moves into the sign of Scorpio. The way someone speaks and their ideas can be very evocative over the next 28 days. There is a glorious link to the Sun with Jupiter as the week closes, suggesting some kind of good fortune can be linked to the home or family. But then again, with the Sun meeting Pluto and the full moon in Aries, it's probably not the best of times to be too risk-taking or make any grand gestures when it does come to your resources as this week draws to a close. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to know what 2020 holds for you, you can buy your 12-month forecast, get the rest of this year free, and also get 30% off by clicking the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck and goodbye.